Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That was our national anthem performed by the talented Skylar Cole. And with that, we'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Now a look at the stats for him.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Damian Lillard out there with Baker. Then there's Parks. Then there's Bell. And it's Ilyasova in at the 4 spot. And for the Jazz, we've got Yurtseven, and it's Bitadze in at the 5 down low. Nearing the midway point of the season now, GA, what do you think is most important for teams to focus on at this point?
I think just trying to establish overall continuity. You want to head into the second half of the season with some momentum behind you, as well as just general confidence.
Parks passes to Baker. Shoots the 3, trains the three-pointer. Baker's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for Milwaukee.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Bellinelli makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Here's Bitadze following the bucket by the Bucks. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. First quarter, just over a minute played. Nailed from three-point land. Baker's got 6 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
The shot's good.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
And the Jazz with possession here. 8-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Bitadze, another miss by Utah.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the basket by Parks.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Look who it is, Jazz fans. It's your Utah Jazz Jets.
now are the rookies on a roll. The hottest shooters in the last 10 games. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Bellinelli passes to Bitadze. And it's sent back by Lillard. And he recovers it. The Jazz with another miss.
Well, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Baker, good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Baker's got his third basket of the night right there.
Knocking down their first 6 shots. What an offensive start for this team.
Picked by Horford. Tipped away. Here's the break. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, very unselfish there. In terms of generating offense for himself and others, Lillard has hit the ground running.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Bucks leading by 17. Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And Utah has possession after the basket by Milwaukee. To end the drought, he takes it up and lays it in.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Baker, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Looking at Milwaukee, they took the win in their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Here's Bellinelli following the bucket by the Bucks. Passes it to Abaji. Here's Baker. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
On defense, the Bucks. The Jazz with another miss.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And that's always your first priority defensively, and I think they're doing a nice job.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Utah calls timeout.
Assist. Oftentimes in possessions, making the extra pass makes all the difference.
And the points off turnovers you talked about, you have to like how quick they are to react to a mistake. They get right up the floor as soon as they get their hands on the ball. Here's Bitadze trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing and then lost to Miami. 6 on the shot clock. Good saving.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Baker, no good. The Jazz on offense. Inside. The shot's good from Bitadze.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Baker. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. 3-pointer. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Bitadze. Here's Horford. Fires the three. The rebound by Baker. The three. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Horford has a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Puts up a deep three. Baker with the bucket. Baker's got 24 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Now, here is Bell. Coming off a solid outing against Indiana. From downtown, drops in the tray.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far. Yet, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. And the Jazz with some changes. Sohan's checked in, and it's Michael Porter in for Yurtseven. Now the pass to Baker. The tray through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Another miss by Utah. Lets the three fly, and another three for Milwaukee.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Porter passes to Horford, and it's Rondo in the corner. And that time, also a missed shot. Milwaukee in total control. Here's Baker, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Got a piece of it. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And here's Rondo. Still yet to score. And they double up Rondo. Horford. Rebounded by Bell.
Not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here's Baker. He's covered by Rondo. It's good from long range. Baker's got 37.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here's Abaji. And finished off by Porter.
Or the size, the vertical, the explosiveness. Porter Jr. has all the tools to throw it down.
There's Baker. He's covered by Rondo. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Jazz. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Baker, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to. And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out of bounds violation.
And this is the exact type of play that I think.
The previous play is under review.
mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
And some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
Green finds Porter, and here's Rondo. Clock at 6. And they double up Rondo for the 3, and it's Sohan missing. And the Bucks with possession. Lillard from outside, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
And he's come out of college firing in his first year. Lillard has not backed down.
And so it's Milwaukee, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On offense, here are the Jazz. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Rondo out there with Green. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Sohan in at the power forward. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
Oh, Clark! Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me?
And stolen by Lillard.
What's phenomenal about Lillard, at this stage, he's already one step ahead of the defense.
So it's the Jazz now. Rondo passes to Sohan. Here's Baker. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Rondo is doubled, poked away, and out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Jazz. Right now they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season.
And I think for the Jazz, they're not in a good place right now as a ball club. After the success of last season, they were expecting bigger and better things this year.
And you know what? Even though the season hasn't been a complete disaster, they're pretty dysfunctional as a team right now.
For Milwaukee, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo remains so consistent. He said, I want to get to the position that my game is boring. People don't talk about it because I do it every single night, but I don't get bored. The greats, the best players, never get bored. They always give their best every given night, and that's my mindset. Kevin?
Oh, D.A., I love it. Thank you so much for the report. Baker with the bucket.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Ball stolen. Fast break, Milwaukee. Good, he hits again.
And he has been hot as a kettle and serving up all comers.
And making a little history tonight as he just tied for the third most 50-point games in league history.
Tying up none other than Kobe Bryant with 25 And when you're being compared with him, you know you're doing something right.
There's the three, and another three for Milwaukee.
Well, his production from deep has been nothing short of astounding.
Rondo with it. Still scoreless. Porter double team. Nice ball movement by Utah. Shot clock at 6. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Looking to end the run. And it's Green missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
There's Porter with the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Ilyasova's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Bell's shot is good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take them.
Porter's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now Rondo hasn't made one yet. Kept alive.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Jazz fans, it's the Utah Jazz.
Quickly, let's bring up the list of the top rookie three-point bombers in the NBA. Damian Lillard, number 1.
With the way he shot the ball from long range, he's earned his reputation as the top marksman of his class.
And, you know, one of the things I've taken note of is the way he separates from defenders just enough to create space for a shot. He's got a quick trigger, he's accurate, and he's deadly. Boy, he's a scary asset from behind that arc.
You know, Clark, I remember you had such a strong mid-range game when you were playing. Do you think it would have been hard to stretch your game out to 3, like a lot of guys are doing now?
You know what, Kevin? It's interesting. I was actually starting to try to add the three-point shot to my game way back in the mid-'80s as part of my development. So I don't think it's hard. It's a matter of putting the work in. And shooting is one of those skills in the game that can really be refined with good mechanics and just volume of work. He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Bell's gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 tonight. Batadze the pass to Bellinelli. Pass to Batadze. Another miss by Utah.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Utah Jazz. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. And stolen by Lillard. And Ilyasova throws it down.
Boy, you have to respect the quickness of Lillard now because he's excellent at using his hands to complement those quick feet to come up with steals.
Here's Parks. Sinks the triple. Parks has got 11 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Back to Rondo. Passes to Yurtsevin. Over Ilyasova. Yurtsevin, no good.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Abaji, the pass to Rondo. Trying to get something going. Abaji can't get it to go.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game. Consider my doubts disappeared.
Al Horford is checked in for Goga Bitadze. The Bucks making a switch here. Out to the right wing. Pass to Bellinelli. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Rondo can't get it to go.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Baker with the bucket.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Rondo against Bell. The rebound by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Bogut gets the bucket.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket. He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
That is not possible. What we just is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Timeout called the Bucks. This is their first chance this season playing the Jazz.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. I mean, 2 games, not a lot to go on. But they are 2 teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences. Because of that, I expect them to be competitive.
And the Jazz making a change here. Bitadze's checked in. Milwaukee in total control. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Bell's shot is good.
An amazing performance he's putting on from three-point range here in the second quarter.
Bell's got a sensational number from outside, shooting 5 of 6 from deep. Bitadze can't hit.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know,
wow!
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And it's Utah's ball. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Three-pointer, Bell, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
3 points.
Here's Bitadze. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Bogut. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And here's Ilyasova outside. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
It's tipped. An even 3-on-3 break. Fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And the pass to Horford. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Good D by Bell.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And it's Bogut with the finish.
And just a forceful finish there. Bogut has that natural power.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And that one drops. Bell's got 28 points for the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here.
Rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Bitadze the pass to Bellinelli. Another miss by Utah. And it's Bogut with the finish.
And the Aussie Bogut just outstanding at gutting it through there in the finish.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Milwaukee on top, running away with this one. From Delta Center, back in a moment.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Utah Jazz.
They got worked on the glass. Lots of spectating, not enough activity. Disappointing first half.
And I'm sure they would agree. And next up on the docket, a look at some upcoming games. For the Magic, they'll be up against the Spurs in San Antonio. That one gets started at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
And on paper, these two are pretty close in terms of talent.
Yeah, that's going to come down to effort and who controls that pace.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Bogut, and it's Waters in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Bellinelli. He's tightly guarded, just 5 on the clock. His three-pointer's off the mark.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Good saving. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Yurtseven's got his first points of the night. Here's Bogut, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
And that one's good, Abaji.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy. Whoa! Big time!
Oh,
he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
So it's the Jazz now. Pass to Bellinelli. Lets it go from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Driving inside.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Yurtseven. Guarded closely. Oh, and here we go. Bogut's got it, the fast break chance, and it's Bogut with the finish.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Bitadze can't hit. For Milwaukee, they've gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot.
And this is how you want to come out of the half, prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Bellinelli with the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the basket by Waters.
Coming out of the break red hot. They've yet to miss a shot.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Horford dishes to Bellinelli. Passes it to Yurtsevin. Can they get it? The Jazz with another miss. Here's Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And another three for Milwaukee. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Bucks?
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnovers, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Ilyasova. 21 points in the game, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Here's Yurtsevin. Jazz passing it around. It's tipped. Here's Baker. He's defended by Yurtsevin. Fires the three. And another one. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Pass to Abaji. There's the pass to Bitadze. Shot clock at 5. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a... reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Baker with the bucket.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Pass to Horford. Now Bellinelli. Back to Horford. Trying to end the drought.
How about Horford showing you that he knows a little bit about elevation? The big fella bouncing to the rack.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
The shot by Bellinelli, no good.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
And he's good on the three ball.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the...
Connects again from distance.
Well, we expected him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th on the list of most triples in a season.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Hammering it down. The rookie Antetokounmpo sticking it to the defense.
From deep, Ilyasova, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Ilyasova's got the feeling here tonight. 5 for 5 shooting from three-point territory. The Jazz again can't hit it.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Short, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
This is his shot. The mid-range jumper, Jordan loves to let that fly.
From deep three-point land, rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo. From outside the arc, hits the three-point bomb. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Yurtsevic's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Fires from deep, and got it! Another basket. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Launches it. Baker with the bucket.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D. Defense leading to offense, another turnover and another basket.
And we all know miscues can really be game-changing. Pretty much the most damaging play you can make is giving the ball to the other team without your defense being set.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen. Antetokounmpo finds Jordan. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
And when you talk about Giannis's defense, he really has some unique attributes.
Boy, does he ever, Greg. I mean, you think about his length, his athleticism, his agility. He's a guy who can defend the ball and the screener almost at the same time because of that great length. So offenses sometimes go away from him in the pick and roll, which allows him to kind of play free safety on that back line as a rim protector.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
And it's denied. And he's able to get it back. Takes a 3. Good. Another from 3.
Night in and night out, you can count on him to stretch the defense and just open up the floor.
Would you believe he's now tied for 5th most triples in a single season? It's amazing. It's deflected. There's Baker. Bellinelli is covering. Puts up a deep 3. Connects again from distance.
Now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter. Timeout called the Bucks. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And so it's Milwaukee, able to put on a show for the ages. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Rajon Rondo, also Green out there, and it's Bitadze in at the 5. That's the group right now for Utah.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
No one covering.
For a rookie, Jordan shows such impressive vision. If he sees a guy with a better shot, he's giving him the ball.
For Utah, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Over to the left wing. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Monteccio's checked in. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Here's Baker. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Baker's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Knocks it loose. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Baker. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Bitadze can't hit.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Connects again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. To stop the run, Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
He hasn't had it offensively tonight. This team needs him to play better.
Baker kicks to Antetokounmpo. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Timeout called the Bucks. Abaji's checked in. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Fontecchio. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Utah's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the rejection by Giannis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Substitution on the court.
So it's Utah now. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in San Antonio and going up against the Spurs. Then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that game against the Kings, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
And after that fantastic first half, he's having trouble finding that shooting stroke.
Cans it from downtown.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
And good that time.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Itadze.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by Milwaukee.
And so it's Milwaukee now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Baker with the bucket.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And the rejection by Giannis.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Utah's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's good. Giannis has got 9 points here in the second half.
Oh, the energy behind Giannis's play is just unreal. How do you get in his way?
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Giannis dunks it down.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. We've seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments. He is in a zone right now. Every three he puts up seems to be going down.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here. That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm. Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Abaji. Another miss by Utah.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Fontecchio's got 9 points in the quarter.
During this final quarter, he has erupted from outside the arc. You just assume every three he takes now is going down.
Poked loose. And it's the Bucks on the break. And he lays that one in. Fontecchio's got 11 points here in just the second half.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
Antetokounmpo. That's a two-pointer. And there are the Bucks with another bucket. And Utah has possession. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Parks, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The away team, number 11, Cherokee Parks.
Pass to Abaji to stop the drought. Here's Bitadze. Back to Yurtseven. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Another miss by Utah.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that. Hey now! Hey now! Yeah!
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating. Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential they put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and there are the Bucks with another bucket. And here is Bellinelli. Here's Abaji. That's tipped. Horford against Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
Outside, Horford. Another miss by Utah. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Baker. Bellinelli pulls it in. And Utah has possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Milwaukee.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A pass to Abaji. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Here's Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And the well is running dry for him.
Oh my goodness! That was special.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Pass to Bellinelli. The Jazz again can't hit it. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Hey, Giannis, a quality win, but what are the areas you want to improve on as you finish out this road?
I think we played great today. You know, we can always improve, but you just got to go there, be focused, and try to finish strong.
Well, we'll see if you can send more home fans home sad, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, it's time to present the New Balance Player of the Game.